We're still filming and taking photos and EVPs at Happy Hunting Ground Cemetery, but I just, wanted to get a last-minute photo. The temperature continues to drop. Take some last-minute photos, videos, things of that sort. And we're about to wrap up the investigation. We've been here for about an hour, but I cannot feel my hands. And the Pine Nut area gets just as cold as the Sierra Nevadas. I mean, you got the Pine Nut area to the east and to the west of Sierra Nevadas, and you have the valley in the middle, which gets below freezing temperatures. I didn't experience anything weird here, but I will say that somebody came out on their porch and they began to fire their gun, so obviously they're a little paranoid about someone being up here on the hill at night. But, if they knew what kind of work we were doing, they'd probably understand a little more, rather than just assume someone's in the cemetery, vandalize it. But that's what you expect people to do at night when they're in a burial ground like this. And of course, for us, we're here just to do research and preserve places like these through our photos, our history write-ups and things. And I think people sometimes misunderstand what we're trying to do here, and that's understandable. But it is the holidays of 2011, and I want to wish everybody a happy and safe holiday, a happy new year. We look forward to a lot of creepy and intense Sasquatch, UFO, and ghostly investigations. And 2012 is going to have a lot of prospects. We're going to be going back to some areas we had good activity in and search deeper, get into the whole caves. We have Tammy here taking photos. So let me interview you real quick before we go. And Tammy's taking photos. What do you think of this place? What's your take on all of it?
Well, I don't know. There's a few things that are kind of creepy, but it's pretty peaceful and quiet. And not very big, but a lot of really neat historical stuff.
Yeah, but it's not a very old cemetery, but the land is very old. And you've seen it with your eyes about the dumping that's going on back here.
Oh, it's awful.
Yeah.
Looks like a junkyard.
I'll cut it out. At least, yeah, Tammy says it's like a junkyard back here, and it is. There's a lot of dumping going on, but the cemetery was interesting. There's about 14 burials, and yeah, it's pretty basic. You have a couple, I don't know what kind of fencing you'd call this, chicken scratch wire or whatever, and they have that with some wood and post and some, you can see right here, there's metal post, and then you go right to a wood post. And it's right along a dirt road in the Pine Nut area, which 2,000 or 2 to 5,000 acres of it burned down a few months ago, back in August of 2011. But anyways, we're looking forward to 2012. We did a very mild investigation tonight. We can go be back home warm with our hot chocolate and get ready for Santa Claus. But 2012 is going to hold a lot. We're going to be going back to some places that we've been researching, and it's going to get more intense because we're going to go even further, deeper on in by foot, by truck. And we're going to be going and camping at these spots coming up. They say the Earth's going to end in 2012, and whether it ends or not, one thing's for sure, the Paranormal and Ghost Society will continue on with its adventures like these. One other thing I wanted to point to is you have fencing that's down in the gate here, and this was obviously a family plot. There's a couple plastic flowers and things, but there's only one grave, and then there's nothing. You keep going, here's something on the ground, but you keep going, and you got piles of fencing right there. So it's obvious that this place has been decimated to almost nothing. And it's hard to believe with such a small town, but a lot of kids come back here and they do horrible things to these cemeteries. And these photos and videos is all we have, because 10, 20 years from now, none of this, I repeat, may stand. Check us out, www.paranormalghostsociety.org. Tune in to a whole new frequency. This is your founder, Lord